Right, hello lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under, where today I can guarantee you guys that there are two certainties in life. The first being Celtic on top of the league and hence looking down on the Rangers, and the second is Kyogo being wrongly called offside. But before we go any further though, if you guys are enjoying the videos, you want to help support the channel, the very best way to do so is to click that like button and click that subscribe button. Even if you don't help support the channel, help support me. So I do appreciate all of you who do that. But without further ado, let's get into it. So let's start with the important piece of news today. Now, as we know, Ange is a very reserved guy in the face of the media. Really, he never ever wants to give anything away and usually leaves everything up to rumours and until official announcements. However, after yesterday's victory against Hearts, Ange was in a high spirits, I guess we could say. He was joyfully answering questions, one of which was Sky Sports, asking if a deal for said Haksabanovic was close, responding saying, "Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. It's getting close." So that was utterly shocking in the fact that it was very uncharacteristic of Ange, but it's very interesting news regardless. This transfer has divided the supporter base, right? Saying a lot of people who disagree with it saying we don't need a third left winger. There's no need to bring in another winger in general. But my response to that is, if Daizen Maeda and Jota both start, there are two left wingers. Who is our replacement left winger? Who is our one that we leave on the bench? Because it sure as hell isn't going to be Jamesy Forrest. It isn't going to be Mikey Johnson because he's as good as gone right now. And Liel Abada, well, he's pretty much only effective on the right. So realistically, for what is rumoured to be a £3 to £4 million deal, I think it's smart. I think it's a good bit of business from the club. He's still only a young lad at 23 years old, and he would be the first ever Montenegrin to play for Celtic. And if you want to know a bit more about him, you can click that video above me, whichever side it's on, and I go into him in quite a bit of detail. But, you know, of course, Ange has had his word. We now know that these rumours and links are concrete, and expect an announcement, I'd say, this week. Am I 100% certain? No, of course not. We still have 9-10 days left of the window. But it's all really up to whenever he completes the medicals. Because once he completes the medicals, he's avidly spoken out, or well, he's reportedly avidly spoken about his desire to sign for Celtic. So it shouldn't take too much longer after that is all cleared. But moving into the bulk of the video, Celtic 2, Jambos 0. Not our best performance, by no means. However, not every performance is going to be our best performance. We scored early, we defended well. Defended very well, I might add, not allowing a single shot on target. Then we finished off the game with the last kick of the ball. The two best strikers in the league getting on the score sheet, but their goals really just the cherry on top for what were pretty good plays in possession from the team. Overall, we go outright first, 2 points clear, a derby coming up in the next couple of weeks, and I thought, rather than speaking about the game, because you guys all know about how the game went, let's go through my player rating, something I introduced a couple of weeks ago, and something a lot of you took a likening to. So, they're here to stay for a while, at least for now. Anyways, Joe Hart, I am giving him a 7 out of 10. He had no saves to make, but his role today, for the match, was to get the ball back and play quickly, and to just really be the dominant keeper that he is. You know, he was dominant defending corners, and he also got Liam Boyce booked, which was always good to see. Then Josip Juranovic, I had him as an 8 out of 10. Pretty much had no off button all game. I thought he was electric. He assisted Giakoumakis. He defended very well, and no negatives to speak of for him. I thought that has been Juranovic's best performance so far this season. Cameron Carter-Vickers deserves an 8 out of 10. He was absolutely dominant at the back. But also, too, he moved the ball forward well, and he read the game very well, both in defense and attack. A lot of times, a lot of crosses, a lot of high balls that he adjusted to well, and he was able to calmly put to rest. put the danger to rest. Moritz Mercedes Jens is getting an 8 out of 10. He was also very confident under pressure. He was very sharp on the ball as well. I thought he looked very alert. I was never really too anxious when he got the ball. There were a couple of moments where he got pressed heavily, but he got out of it as fit as a whistle. The only negative would be that uncontrolled rocket, I might add. Greg Taylor, 5 out of 10. Look, he was looking to get forward and he did move well. However, he did lose possession cheaply on some occasions and he seemed a bit out of it. He didn't seem like his mind was fully there, a bit out of focus. But with the start he's had to the season, he can have some off games here and there. Callum McGregor, 8 out of 10. He set the tone. He was everywhere defensively, offensively, and it was a captain's performance from McGregor. And just, he never fails to disappoint. It's as simple as that. I don't think I can remember a bad game from Callum McGregor in the last for a while since Andrew's been here, to be completely honest. David Turnbull, 6 out of 10. He had a very neat pass for Dyson Maeda to set up Kyogo. He was caught in possession a bit too much for my liking. He also appeared blunt, similarly to Greg Taylor, just a bit out of focus. So that is unfortunate for him, but still, he did get the minor assist for what was our opening goal. Then Matt O'Reilly, a 6 out of 10 as well. He had good intent on the ball. Also, he had good intent off the ball. Whenever he lost possession, he would race back and win it back. One moment specifically, the name fails to come to me. However, he did do very well in that moment. I'm sure you guys will remember. But yeah, he did also lose the ball a fair bit as well. Jota, 7 out of 10, always dangerous. Jota is always dangerous. He was trying to do everything to create a goal for Celtic. He kept his spark for the whole 90 minutes. He was defended well, I have to say, for the most part, and it was for the first time this season as well. But still, Jota, he did not have a bad game by no means. Kyogo, 8 out of 10. He scored early on pivotally. He was much more involved as well, I'd have to say. I think that's the one key thing I'm taking out of last night's game, was the fact that Kyogo was involved so much. The amount of touches he got in the build-up play was ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen him touch the ball that many times in a game before. And, he's so quick that he was wrongly called offside numerous times, although as a negative, he was offside a couple of those times as well. Dyson Maeda, a 7 out of 10. He assisted Kyogo, which was a good assist from him. First touch. He consistently pressed hard, but I'd have to say it was pretty disappointing seeing that attempted header from him. We could have gone 2-0 up, but unfortunately we failed to do so. Then as for the subs, Reo Hatate, a 7 out of 10. Aaron Moy, a 7 out of 10. Georgios Giakoumakis, a 7 out of 10, and Liel Abada, a 5 out of 10. Now, whilst there were a lot of high ratings in there, it just goes to show, even if there were no real bad performance, if the team isn't working in unison, the cogs won't click and the performance won't be there. Luckily, though, we didn't pay the price thanks to some stalwart defence from Celtic, and we take all 3 points in what, for me, was always going to be one of the tougher matches on the Premiership calendar. And I forgot to mention, even, we had 7 shots on target that match. The scoreline, for me, it really could have been a lot more, if Celtic could finish. And also, quite a few good saves, or 1 or 2 at least, from the Hearts fill-in goalkeeper. Credit where credit is due, of course. But, look, Hearts could have easily won the match as well. Just ask Robbie Nielsen, whose typical post-Celtic defeat tantrum singled out those 2 decisions at the end, those 2 absolutely ridiculous decisions at the end of the match, where 2 clear yellow cards were given wrongly so as yellow cards, and it's become a joke now. The fact that he can't accept, he had 11 men on the pitch for 89 minutes and failed to register a single shot on target. Maybe he should, stop focusing on the referee's performance and rather focus on his team's performance, because if they play that way against FC Zurich, they will find themselves in the Europa Conference League and not the Europa League, which is where I'm sure the club wants to be. But that is all from me. So if you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave in the comments below your man of the match. Mine was Kyogo. Let's go for him. And until next time, hail, hail.